Hey guys, it's Guido. Got a little afternoon coffee talk for you guys and something a little bit different. I just received something in the mail. This was a joint venture between Wargaming and a company called Picho, Picho.com. Now we're going to take a look at what I got sent here. Unfortunately, this box has been outside for an indeterminate amount of time, or an indeterminate amount of time, something like that. I think it was delivered in the last week. It's been very windy here at my house and a little bit rainy. I think it was probably set on the porch and the wind put it over into the bushes. So I don't know what we're going to find in this box from Picho.com. Now what these guys do, you can see I've got the website called up here. Picho.com, Peecho. And they will take all kinds of things and turn it into some kind of artwork. A poster, a book, a PDF, or turn your PDF and image into magazines, books, wall art, all kinds of stuff. Now, that is a really cool capability if you want to just take something. And the tie-in with World of Tanks and me is a World of Tanks, the Wargaming guys, gave me a coupon so I could turn my battle journey into a poster. I don't know if you noticed that they had that possibility on there. And they ended up giving me a coupon, and here we go. I'll just go ahead and ram it into the mic right there. So we're going to take a look at this. We're going to open it up and take a look at it. Now, the reason I tell you the story about it getting lost in the bushes is I don't know what I'm going to find in here. It could be a bit of a mess, all right? So we're going to link Picho. This has nothing to do. If it's a disaster from being out in the bushes, this is not Picho.com's fault, all right? First of all, thanks for sending this. Pretty cool stuff. So we'll get the Excalibur out here. We've got the mighty Excalibur. Oh, look at this. So the box looks like it's in decent shape, but I think it has been wet. You can kind of see where it feels like maybe it's a little spongy. That's not good. And then there's a hole in it. At least I thought there was. There it is. There's a crack right there in the armor. I'm gonna look in there. Doesn't really feel wet in there. So let's find out. It's got a little easy open thing. So the box is pretty nicely done. It's very light, so you can tell that it's a poster or something, paper that's in there. So we're going to open this thing up. Now I think this came from a very long distance. So I don't know where they're mailing from, but this has come from Waldschiffbach, Bergelben, Germany. Wow. So this thing has come from Germany, only to be laid on my porch and blown into a bush and rained on. I feel like that's not a good thing for a piece of paper. All right. And I don't think it's necessarily a piece of paper, a piece of poster paper. Let's put it that way. All right, we're going to open this thing up and see what we got. Yeah, see the glue just sort of fell apart like it had been wet. That's not good. And I can see, oh yeah, there's a bit of wetness right there. I hope that's not dog pee or something. That would be bad. All right, so there we go. We're opening it up, and uh-oh, that does not bode well for. All right, funny thing about this, and it is definitely a bit damp. Funny thing about this particular poster or this battle journey is the tank that it decided was my favorite tank of the year. And this is the danger of just grabbing stats and making assumptions about them. We can go off into a small tangent here. My favorite tank I'm going to let you see it, but my favorite tank is a tank that is not my favorite tank. Because what they did is they took just the tank I played the most. And because I play so many different tanks, and I've been doing the 100 Battle Challenge with tanks, and I'm not really grinding tanks for very long because of times 5s and personal reserves and all the capability you have. When I actually do grind a tank, I get through it pretty quickly. So in order for me to have a very many lot of battles in a tank, I have to be really grinding it. And the only tank I've really ground is, in fact, the one that's on this, which I would not say is my favorite tank. Still, the rest of the stats are cool, and I appreciate the effort on Wargaming's part to kind of make that little battle journey thing there. That's pretty cool. All right, so without further ado, we've got a bit of a triangle. This a little bit beat up, so I'll pull that out. There's nothing else in the box. I kind of figured there would be receipt or something. Yeah, it's definitely wet, guys. That is definitely wet. All right, so we'll just do this. 58% victories. It's a pretty large poster, actually. Jack of all trades is my style, so I guess I'm a medium player. There we go. I'm a medium player, it looks like. At least they think I am. Russian is my favorite. I think this goes along with the tank. Your last battle this year, August 30. Oh, best battle this year, August 31st on proc. I did 4,886 damage. Now, that's another one of those things where stats are interesting because I think what they did there is that was my highest experience battle. I don't even remember what it was. That was not my highest damage. I did more than 4,886, but it was I looked it up and I can't remember what it was. It was a relatively low tier battle, and I had 13 or maybe 1,400, 1,500 experience because I was bottom tier or something. Did a bunch of damage, bottom tier on proc. But anyway. There's probably a lot of spotting in that. I'd imagine that was actually a scout game where I did both a lot of damage and a lot of spotting. And the unveiling of the favorite tank is is the Su-14-2. I mean, if you know anything about me, anything, you know that's not my favorite tank. Or maybe I just say that so I don't get in trouble with everybody. But I was grinding that. What happened on that, I think, is the artillery got revamped a while back. And I was busy this year getting every tank in my garage. And that was one I think I hadn't even played. So I grabbed it, ground through it, and maybe the next tank needed to be unlocked. I don't know how we got there, but for whatever reason, I played that thing quite a bit. My distance covered is, let's get this in the thing, 8,690 kilometers. I fought in 4,592 battles this year. Holy cow. That is a lot. Divide that by 365, and then you get a serious amount of embarrassment. All right? The number of mastery badges were 2,373. It's not broken down into any... I'm assuming that's any kind of mastery badge. Guido 1212 Battle Journey down at the bottom, and that, I think, is all the numbers. So she's a little bit beat up. I'm going to be honest, the quality is actually pretty nice. The paper is, it's not paper, it's very definitely poster paper. It's not super thick, but it's also not, it doesn't really, I was seeing if it would rip, but if you try hard enough, you can. That's, oops. But it's not going to rip just out of hand. And even though it looks like it got wet, it's not too bad. It doesn't look like it got wet enough to run, or at least whatever they printed it with did not try to run or get really bad. I think it didn't get soaked. It just got damp. Nothing on the back of it. So there you go. Pecho.com. Don't hold the raggedness of it against them. That was because it was sitting in a bush. I think all things considered, actually, for how long it sat in that bush out in the weather, it actually came through it pretty dang good. And I'd imagine that with a little TLC and maybe, I mean, I don't know if we'll ever get it to where it's perfectly flat again, but you could probably flatten this thing out on a flat surface and put some weights on it and kind of get it sorted out. But there you go, the poster from Pecho.com. Again, there's the website for them, and you can see you can just start clicking and uploading and sign up. Looks like it's got the English language thing there, and pretty much do whatever you want as far as having them print or make your book or whatever. I know that's a big thing now, printing one-off books or small runs or things like that with these companies. So thank you to Pecho.com. That's pretty cool. I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to flatten this thing out and get it sorted out. But I'm going to say the quality, I got other reports from other CCs. The quality is pretty solid on mine. Very nice. Minus the fact that it sat in a bush. All right. That's all I've got. Again, thanks to Pecho. Thanks to Wargaming out there. We'll go ahead and throw a shout out to Pecho down there in the description. So if you're looking for something like that, go ahead and check out that website. That is all I've got for Coffee Talk. I'm going to have a little sip and go add to that total, embarrassing total of battles that I have. All right. That's all I've got. See you guys later.